This orientation is sponsored by Automotive Retail Solutions, and this is how we can help. The information that we are about to present is very powerful. As we looked at the market research, we became somewhat alarmed. Some of these trends we found the average dealer knows instinctively. It was eye-opening to actually look at the market data that supports our findings. Today, we'll look at the current challenges facing the automotive industry, the most dangerous trends that you need to be aware of, and how they're affecting your revenue and profit. What actions you can take to avoid these dangerous trends and prosper. And lastly, how Automotive Retail Solutions can help. The internet has had a negative impact on the profit margin on front-end gross. For example, because of all the information regarding the cost of the vehicle to a consumer, it limits the amount of money that a dealer can make on a sale of a new vehicle, and as a result, most new car departments are actually losing money. The next fact is that vehicles require less maintenance today, and the dealers are seeing their customers less frequently. And this too is impacting service department profitability. Another factor to consider is that warranty dollars are down by $10 billion over the last 5 years and are continuing to dwindle. Most of us can remember a time when we used to forecast warranty dollars, and thus it was an important part of the net profitability of the dealership. Another factor to consider is that today's competition is more fierce than ever because the players and the coaches have changed. Another factor is that rising legal costs, workman comp, and employee health insurance are having a huge impact on bottom line profits. As a result of all the above, dealerships are spending less money on employee development and training. Most everyone would agree that employee development and training is one of the most critical factors to building long-term success in any business. Dealer service traffic numbers declined by 20% between 2009 to 2011 and is predicted to reach a low point in 2013. This will result in a 25% decrease in service dollars. Simply put, if the dealership's service revenue decreases by 25%, you can expect your income and profits to do the same. Let's take a closer look at the service intervals over the last 20 years. In 1990, when you purchased a new vehicle, you were told to bring your vehicle in for a 1,000-mile inspection, and then be told to bring your vehicle in every 3,000 miles thereafter for maintenance. Then, as we progressed later into the 1990s, you were told to bring your vehicle in every 3,750 miles. That maintenance schedule was adjusted to every 5,000 miles by most manufacturers in the early 2000s, and then moved to every 7,500 miles a few years after that. Today, some vehicles can go up to 10,000 miles before they need to have their first service visit. I don't know about you, but one of the questions that I have is, how am I, the dealer, supposed to make money? These trends are turning our business upside down. Now let's talk about today's competitors. Remember mom and pop. What a nice picture. As a business, they were not strong competitors. They didn't have the equipment, the budget, the marketing expertise, or the state-of-the-art facilities. Today, all of that has changed. Mom and pop have been replaced by Fortune 100 companies with billions of dollars to attract new customers. Your customers. Jiffy Lube is now owned by Shell Oil Company, one of the most powerful companies in the world. Chrysler Corporation did a study, and they found that there are 37 independent repair shops and maintenance shops for every one new car dealership. Did you know that the automotive franchise industry, excluding dealers, generates around $25 billion in sales annually and employs 175,000 people in 35,600 franchise establishments? Just to be clear, this is not all of the independents, just the franchise independents. So what does all of this information mean to you? It means that your customers have more options than ever before. And your competition, mom and pop, are now these muscular teams of people that I like to refer to as superheroes. What if you could offer a product that 70% of your clients had a need for when they pulled into your service drive? What if you could offer this product to your clients at no cost to them 80% of the time? What if this product was also a unique retention tool that brought additional vehicles into your service drive that you would have otherwise not seen? What if these products actually incentivized your service advisor to conduct a world-class safety walk-around on every vehicle every time? What if these products came with a world-class monthly service advisor training at no additional cost? What if these products allowed the service advisors to add as much as $300 per week to their income? What if these products could offer an additional $10,000 to $30,000 a month of additional net profit to your bottom line? If products like these existed, you would be interested in hearing more about them, wouldn't you? Of course you would. This orientation is underwritten and sponsored by Automotive Retail Solutions, and this is how we can help. I would like to take a couple of moments to explain some of the products and services that ARS offers. We have 4 divisions in our company. We have the Glass Division, Training Division, Business Development Division, and we have the Protection Division. Today, we wanted to talk primarily about the Glass Division. The reason we talk about this product first is because it will generate immediate net profit to the dealership, and 75% to 80% of the time, it is at no charge to the customer and has virtually no cost to the dealer. Now, I would like to show you this short video that we believe could have a major impact on how you view your obligation to providing world-class service to your customers.
From Times Square in New York, Barbara Walters.
Good evening, and welcome to 2020 Friday. We begin with an investigation that every driver should see, because millions of you may be driving around with a potential danger right in front of your eyes. You've got your seatbelt fastened, the airbags in place, but they may not be enough to save you in a crash if your car windshield gives way. Arnold Diaz has an urgent report and frightening crash test footage that should serve as a pointed warning.
A car's windshield does a lot more than keep the rain out. In an accident, your factory-installed windshield can help save your life, deflecting the airbag and keeping the roof from caving in on you. But if your original windshield has been replaced, you could be in for trouble because experts say millions have not been installed properly.
Wow, that's coming right out. Yep. There's no way I should be able to do that with this car.
We'll show you examples of what could be a deadly problem. You'll also see what happened when we purposely broke our windshield and then called companies to come replace it. According to our experts, they made critical mistakes. These installers told us it's a widespread problem.
Because there's actually more guys that do it wrong than guys that do it right. Is that right? Sadly, yes.
But as you'll see, our experts say these same guys are among those who installed the glass the wrong way.
Should you wear gloves? Because it seems like the oils from your hands are getting on the edge of the glass. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
It may have happened to you. You get a crack in your windshield and you call a company to replace it. 11 million are replaced each year. Although it's a complicated job that requires skill and training in the use of primers, adhesives, and proper handling, installers don't have to be licensed or certified. And experts say installers are making mistakes, mistakes you may never know about until it's too late. There was a replacement windshield in 25-year-old Jean Franzway's car when it ran off this Wisconsin road last year.
There's a really bad car accident down the road from here. There's a car smashed up and it looks pretty bad.
Witnesses calling 911 couldn't find her inside the vehicle.
I don't see a passenger. I don't know where the person is, but there's a shoe in the middle of the road.
They found her body 70 feet away, lying on top of the windshield, which had come out as the car rolled over. Experts believe it wasn't installed properly. In crash tests like these, you see the windshield can keep you inside the tumbling car even if you're unbelted, as Jean Franzway was. However, if the glass pops out, as happened in this test, the passengers can be thrown from the car, which greatly increases the chance of death. The windshield is also an essential part of many airbag systems. The passenger side bag is designed to bounce off of the glass. But now watch this demonstration of what might happen if the windshield hasn't been properly installed.
3, 2, 1.
The force of the airbag easily blew out the entire windshield. With that glass gone, the airbag can't cushion you.
Windshields are a major support factor of vehicles, and nobody tells you this, you know?
Arnold, that is really tragic. Well, how does someone know where to go to get the right kind of treatment for the windshield?
Well, no matter who you call, the experts advise you may want to ask them, are you certified by the National Glass Association? They do have a certification program. Ask not just the shop, but the person who's actually putting the windshield in, the installer, if they're certified.
Does that guarantee that it'll be okay?
No, but it gives you a better chance it will be.
What about asking your insurance agent to recommend somebody?
That could be a problem because sometimes they steer you to a place that does it cheap, and that means the place could be cutting corners.
So you have to know as much as possible yourself.
After the video, I bet you're going to look at windshield damage in a completely different light from this point forward. Did you know that up to 70% of the vehicles in your service drive today have a need for this service? Or that more than 90% of the customers will seek to resolve this safety issue after it's already too late? Most people don't realize that the windshield is the third most important safety-related item on their vehicle, behind tires and brakes. Did you know that 40% of small chips will turn into larger cracks that cannot be repaired and must be replaced, forcing the vehicle's owner to replace the factory-installed windshield, something every vehicle owner should want to avoid? What you might not realize is that more than 75% of those customers are entitled to have these chips repaired at no cost to them. And did you know that in most cases, these can be taken care of at your dealership with little or no additional time added to the repair? Now, let's talk about some additional windshield dangers. Over 22 million windshields are affected each year. And as you just saw in the 2020 video, more than 11 million windshields are replaced annually, but it is estimated that only 20% of them are replaced correctly. And with over 6 million auto accidents each year, and as many as 290,000 of them involving a rollover, you can now see just how scary driving a vehicle with a defective windshield can be. Remember, the windshield supports up to 70% of the roof support. As the Barbara Walter 2020 report showed, millions of people are at risk as a result of faulty windshield installations. Repair of the original manufactured installed windshield should always be your first option. Remember, as stated in the video, the windshield is the third most important safety feature item on your vehicle behind tires and brakes. Repair of the original manufactured installed windshield should always be your first option. Now I want to talk about 3 other items that impact windshield safety. These factors greatly increase the chances of cracking the windshield when small chips are already present. The first being cold weather stress. Cold weather can have a negative impact on a windshield as a result of the changing temperatures. One reason for this is that you will get into your vehicle after the windshield has frozen. Turn on the defroster, then scrape the windshield. This is a perfect recipe for cracking your windshield. Warm weather can do the same thing, except in the reverse effect, especially when your windshield already has damage. Your vehicle's been sitting out in the sun and has reached temperatures of 120 to 150 degrees. Then you run the vehicle through a car wash and crack. Now you're looking at replacing your windshield. The last point is driving fatigue. You run over a speed bump or uneven terrain, the force radiates through the car, puts additional stress on the edges of the chip, and before you know it, you have a cracked windshield. Also think of the environmental impact. Windshields are not recyclable, so they wind up in landfills, and it is estimated to take up to 4,000 years or so to be dissolved. Here are some important factors when considering partnering with an outside company. Automotive Retail Solutions is going to assist our dealer clients in increasing the revenue and net profit with their existing service customers. 75 to 80% of the time, it won't cost the customer anything. Our processes are an all-inclusive turnkey approach that increases the dealership's net profit with virtually no out-of-pocket investment. We will help your customers save time and money, as well as giving them peace of mind, knowing that they did not have to replace their factory-installed windshield. And perhaps most importantly, we'll help improve service advisors' people skills and selling skills. Let's face it, if they can't give away a product that their customers need and cost the customer nothing, what else are they struggling to sell? The ARS process is integrated and seamless. The service advisor does a standard safety walk-around with the product incorporated. The advisor then writes up the customer and opens an icon on the desktop. The service advisor completes the online documentation, prints it, and has the customer approve it. And with the other items that the client came in for, and that completes the simple steps. ARS handles the three-way call with the client and their insurance company, and we send the dealership their funds on the 10th of the following month. We provide immediate follow-up via telephone or email for 3 years to the customers whose windshield is repaired. We like to thank them for protecting the environment. We also want to remind them to check the other vehicles in their household for windshield chips or glass damage. This is a great way to get additional vehicles into your service department that your service department might not ordinarily see. Then, every 90 days, we remind the client to check and see if they have any additional chips in their windshield. We also provide management reports daily so that dealership management can evaluate the performance of their staff. In addition to these reports, we provide management feedback on service advisor performance through on-site observation in your service drive before and after training, so that corrective measures can be taken and your dealership is consistently improving. Now, let's discuss how you can get started with this program today. First, you need to agree to the dealer covenant, which says that you will ensure that every client will receive a presentation 100% of the time on the service drive. Second is your authorization on this dealership agreement. Then we will need to schedule a pre-launch training meeting for the advisors and the management team, and then schedule the actual launch. With so many trends warning you about the decline in service revenue and profits, wouldn't now be a great time to start reversing that trend in your favor? Thank you for taking time to review our presentation. And Automotive Retail Solutions looks forward to creating a profitable and meaningful relationship with you.